We always put every single recording that we do, whether it's a Friday afternoon or a Monday evening, in the Tapestry affiliate group. They will soon be housed in the back office as well. So you'll be able to tap into those there. And then the PowerPoint presentation will be saved as a PDF and uploaded to the Tapestry affiliate group as well today after this meeting. And you'll find those under guides.
Under guides. You've got a lot of great tools out there. So thank you to you and hope all others who put that out there. Walter, a couple questions I saw when I was scrolling through. Where does the money come from for Tapestry? I know you touched on that, but specifically could you just address that? Where's this money come from that we're getting paid?
Happy to. So Tapestry Inc. as an incorporation is actually going out and doing data deals, which we've been doing this for about a decade now with large brands and agencies, and saying, here's the data we have tied to this point of interest. You should buy this. We saw, let's say hypothetically, over the whole United States, 100,000 people go to McDonald's all across the United States. That's valuable data. Ultimately, McDonald's wants that information. We do that data deal. We get paid for it, and then we pay you. Yeah, that's completely how it works.
Thank you. Had a question out there. Is a time limit? Do you have to be a super affiliate before the launch? Let me just clear that up real quickly for you. People can be users. They can sign up to pre-register as a user. They'll be notified when the app goes live. They can do that on your website. Mostly what we've been focusing on in pre-launch is building your affiliate team. So people are coming in, they sign up as an affiliate, they pay $9.95. There's a new video that'll be in the back office soon. It's currently in our guide on the same place Danny just sent you for the presentation that explains the international program extremely well. An email will be going out to all of our international affiliates explaining the affiliate program on an international basis. But as far as time limits go, the only time limit that's based on the launch of the app is the Founders Club membership club. And basically that's just a special gift we gave to all of you who became affiliates prior to the actual launch of the app. We think this business is going to be very, very easy when you've got the app to show people and you can show them how you're making money in a free app. But for those of us that had a vision to join before the app was live, we just gave you a great reward. And that basically is the Founders Club. And what that means is if you become an affiliate, pay your $9.95 prior to the launch of the app, then you get the next 12 months subscription waived. So your administration fee, that $9.95 a month, you pay it one time, and if you do it before the app launches, you get the next 12 months free. Now, the day the app launches, that promotion goes away, and then people will be able to see the app. It's going to be so much easier, and then it'll be $9.95 a month. As far as becoming a super affiliate, as Danny explained in her presentation, a super affiliate simply means you have 10 person enrolled affiliates. There's no time limit on that whatsoever. You can do that anytime. You can do it before the app launches, which will be pretty soon here, or it can be later, it doesn't matter. One more thing, we have what's called a global power affiliate. And that is simply another gift that Walter gave all of us in the field, is an opportunity to earn equity in the company. If you have 10 personally enrolled super affiliates, that makes you a global affiliate. The first 50 that achieve that, it doesn't have to be before the launch, it's just the first 50, however long that takes, the first 50 that achieve that, 10 person enrolled super affiliates, they're eligible for equity in the company. 1% of the company's equity has been set aside for this promotion, and you would get 1/50th of 1% equity in Tapestry. Now, with that being said, there is a maintenance. You have to maintain that global rank for 6 of your first 12 months. So those are the only time limits. It's a very simple compensation plan. There are no gotchas. You're going to look at loopholes and things where the company's trying to, create breakage. There is none. I mean, literally, we've kept it very simple and very powerful. And Danny did a great job explaining that today. Walter, I had a question as I was scrolling through, and then we'll get to the Q&As here. Someone wanted to know if I'm in Chicago, for instance, but there's a world event happening in, say, Paris. Would I be able to actually go to different places around the world and see what's going on in the Tapestry app?
You will, yeah. There's a search function within the app where you can really travel across the world. If we're live in that geo, you'll see other Tapestry users there as well. That's one of the key functions about the app that we're pretty excited about. Yes.
And Dan, if you want to help me with these questions, feel free, but I'm going to try to scroll through and hit as many as we can in the next 15, 20 minutes. Here's a good one from Greg. I saw where it said that a member had to have an app active for 30 days before you can get paid. What happens if you turn your app off for a day or two? Walter, can you kind of go through those criteria for people so they know what it takes to get paid?
Yeah, so a user would, to earn on their own data, they have to stay active. That's kind of the bedrock of our whole business. Everything with the ranking from a super affiliate to global affiliate, all of that is all based on the app, right? We are hiring you per se, and we're so thankful and appreciative of you guys to be our user acquisition model. So when you acquire users for us and with us, if we see gaps and let's say users uninstall it or stop tracking for, let's say, a week at a time, a couple of days at a time, we lose money on that and we don't pay out because we lost money on that as well. The function inside the app for stop location tracking basically is for 24 hours. You can tap that, stop location tracking. We send a push notification to remind you. And yes, the consumer can definitely do that a couple times throughout the month. But if we see that abused quite heavily, that's where we'll start having to reach out to you specifically to figure out why that's happening and encourage you to stay active. So as a member, yes, you have to stay active for those 30-day period. You couldn't use the stop location to begin earning. But as an affiliate, you do not have to be a user to actually work with us at Tapestry. We encourage it, but it's not mandatory.
Well, there's a lot of questions in here speculating on when the app's going to go live.
Oh man.
And you kind of hinted at something there. Can you reassure people you really don't know when Apple's going to approve this? Kind of give us an update of where we're really at with Apple and the
yeah, so we're coming up toward that deadline of that 4-week notice is what we resubmitted. So just for those who don't know, we submitted the app, weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and Apple came back to us roughly 3.5 weeks later and said, here's what we want. We want you to basically send a silent push notification to every single user to remind them that their location is still being tracked. So we had to build that out. So we went back to the drawing board, we built that out. The silent push is still there. Chuck and Danny have seen the screenshots of what that looks like. And it says, hey, Tapestry is still collecting your data. Do you want to constantly allow this? And you say yes or no. Every once in a while. Generally, it's every 3 or 4 days, but it really depends on the phone. That's built and resubmitted. So now we're kind of waiting for them to say, yeah, we like that. It's totally okay. And you can resubmit again and you're good to go. So that's kind of what we're waiting for. This is the final kind of go round to go live. On the Android side, that app is actually fully approved and ready to go, but we want to launch them together. So Apple, we're trying to be patient with them and we're working with them. It's been a process.
Yes, sir. Danny, I'm going to let you go next, but I got one more here. K51 asks, what are the benefits of sign up free? Do you get paid if you sign up for free? And I'll go ahead and address that if you want, Walter. But basically,
sure,
you can sign up as a free user once the app's live. You can download the app, and then you're going to earn that $5 to $25. If you're in the United States, every country will vary a little bit on how much the data is worth. And that's explained in the international video we just released. Will be in the back office soon. It's already up in the Facebook group. You can also earn $1 per referral of those people that are also getting paid the $5 to $25 in the United States. No matter where you go in the world, if you're an affiliate and you refer someone and they're active, after that 30 days, you just earned $1. That's how it works as a free user. That's amazing. It's a free opportunity. If somebody wants to become a paid affiliate, they pay $9.95 a month. Again, the Founders Club promotions in effect right now until the app goes live. So it's $9.95, and then you get the next 12 months waived free. But even at $9.95 a month, it's still a great deal. The biggest advantages to being a paid affiliate are, number one, you get a back office, you get your own link, there's marketing tools, training, a lot of things available as a paid affiliate that are just not available to a free user. You also, and I think this is most importantly, you get paid $1 for the users on your second tier. So you may have a friend as a user that refers 100 friends. Well, if you're a free user, you don't get paid on the friends' friends. As an affiliate, you do get paid on that second tier. And then the compensation plan just has a phenomenal benefit. If you become a super affiliate, as Danny described, that enroll 10 affiliates, you now get that 50% match. I like to explain like this. Think about your business. You get paid for 2 things, really. Number one is users, yours and your friends, your first and your second tier. It's that simple, $1 each. And then the other thing you really get paid on, I had a conversation with our second global, Mike Sharbo this morning. He reminded me, it's all about helping people become affiliates, because all of the affiliates on your first and second tier, as they earn dollars in their first and second tier, you are getting a 50% match. So that's really the 2 key things as an affiliate. You can do one or either or both, but you're looking to get a lot of users and you're looking to get a lot of affiliates in your first and second tier. That's going to make you a lot of money. So K51. I hope that explains there are benefits to being a free user, but we've made it very sweet and attractive for people to want to become affiliates because there's so much more money they can earn and so many more tools available. So Danny, do you have any questions that you want to ask anybody?
Well, the main one I think that would be great for Walter to address is if iPhone continues to hold us up with the approval, what is the backup plan?
Yeah, so we talked about that a couple of weeks ago about launching Android only. And we were hesitant about that. I know Chuck and others were like, that might be a really good idea. And I think it could be. The only challenge for us with us doing that is the United States market is 50-50, right? The 50-50 market with half of you guys on Android. I mean, we could just do a good poll here and half of you are on iOS. I'm on an iOS, Chuck's on I think you're Android, and then Danny, you're iOS as well. So you're sharing this with your friends and family on social media, and half of them can install it and half of them can't. And those who can install it are maybe a little mad and frustrated. So it really makes sense to launch on both products. But I will say there's definitely a limit to our patience and how long we'll keep holding out. We definitely think we want to hold out within this month of July to get it live on both products. But if it goes beyond that, we would definitely reconsider it.
Well, and like you said, the good news is the first submission we did with Apple took, I think, 28 days. So we're getting close. We're a week away from that. And
That's
will we
exactly
be
right.
telling affiliates, will we get any notice when you hear that the app is approved? What's the process there?
72 hours notice is what we're giving everyone. And again, for when we launch the app, it's invite only. So only you guys as our affiliates can bring users to the app. After that 30-day period, it's kind of open season. Anyone can download the app. And when I look at the amount of people pre-registering on our website, it's quite a bit. And there's hundreds and thousands of people who come to our website pre-registering as consumers, right? So ultimately, a lot of those users, most of those users are going to go in our orphan pool. So for many of our super affiliates, going to have some pretty good earnings, which we're pretty excited about.
I have a question from Kelly Dixon about how young a child or a person can be to be, use the app and make a little money as a user and also become an affiliate.
16, that is the age here in the United States to be a user or an affiliate.
Good, thank you.
So let's do a scenario. I'm from the UK and I'm an affiliate, and I know you, Walter, and I know Chuck, but I can't install the app because it won't be live in the UK when we do get Apple approval immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But I can still share with you. So what does the process look like? Do I use my replicated link to have you go there and click on whichever Google or Apple link is on my replicated link so you can install the app?
Yeah, so if you're in the UK, for example, and you may have friends, family, and colleagues in the United States, the first thing I would do is encourage them all to download the app on your specific link. Whether they're affiliates or users, they should be using your link specifically to pre-register and download the app immediately. Also, for your friends, colleagues, and family in the UK, you can also begin pre-building your team for when we go live in the UK. The UK is a top market for all of Western Europe. For us, is a top market. So we'll be live in that market by the end of the summer. So we'll be live there pretty shortly. The rest of the world, I mean, this comes up quite a bit, in Nigeria and APAC and Asia and South America, all markets we want to go live with are going to be towards the tail end of 2021.
That's awesome. All right. Any other questions for Walter, Danny, or myself?
Oh, I'm going to just run through. I see some good questions in there. Who gets this information that is collected in the future? Can our more personal data be collected? So we've definitely made a stance as a company that we don't sell personal data. Now, the term personal data is a broad term. The way that is defined here in the United States is what's called PII, personally identifiable information. So if you had Walter at Gmail, for example, that's considered personal identifiable information. But if you got my device ID, that ID we were talking about earlier, that's not considered personal identifiable information. It's just a dot on a screen. It's a line, as we kind of showed in visualizations in the past. That's non-PII. So we will not envision monetizing that data. Does any of our data end up at the hands of government? No, that's a great question. We do not monetize with governments or law enforcement or credit bureaus or anything like that. It's not our business. We're very interested in domestic and global trends. We've been doing that for quite a while. there's tons of articles and YouTube videos about how we monetize the data. Maybe next week we can go in that in greater detail. But the answer to that is no. Just trying to see if there's any other key questions.
Will we be given a 1099 at the end of the year in the States?
If you make over $600 a year with Tapestry as an affiliate or a user, yes, you'll receive a 1099 from our accounting. Absolutely.
I also think it's important to just talk about the fact that like I, as a free Tapestry customer that installs the app or an affiliate, doesn't matter. I install the app, I can earn up in the United States up to $25 a month simply for my data. That's an extra
Yes.
$300 a year if I max out every month. How's that going to be different in different geos?
It is. So we have an economic model for different geos. So I would say Canada and Western Europe would be very similar to the United States, maybe slight variations, but pretty much on par. It's where we look at emerging countries and, large, varied countries like India and parts of China, where the economic model will be very, very different. And you might ask the question, why is that? Because when we monetize the data, we're primarily monetizing with those who see value, like a broader picture of value in those markets. And there is tremendous opportunities there, but it's just different from the United States. We have historically been monetizing international data for about 10 years. So it's definitely something we know about. We know how to do it, but working directly with the consumer, that's what we're working on right now internationally. So just to recap that, United States, Canada, Western Europe was very similar to what we pay out here in the United States, but the rest of the market and the rest of the world will be quite different. And we're working on that now.
Walter, your answer to that question actually answers partially this question that Leonard Brown had. He said, he's dealing with a lot of people that are skeptical and want to know, what makes this a legitimate company. I think for me, having watched your past is what makes me know how legitimate this is. But maybe you already addressed it a little bit, but I know new affiliates get that. It's like, it sounds too good to be true. And how can we know this is real? Will the app really launch? Can you just kind of put that in a bowl for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's good and bad. So it's good that, for us as an opportunity that most people don't even know this really exists, but also bad because so many consumers and all of us have not been paid for so long. We've been doing this for quite a long time. The appetite for this data is huge. It's why so many social companies are so large and so valuable. We think about a YouTube or Facebook or Google, they really don't have a physical product. It's all a digital product. It's us using it. Without us using it, there's really no value. And us using it is primarily ad driven, right? And you go on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and see a whole bunch of ads. Tapestry is very different, but the same. We're the same as far as we are data driven, but we don't show you ads. And we have buyers for that data anonymously, of course, but we're not showing ads. So think of us like a search or social company that doesn't show ads, but is very interested in the data, but we're just doing it transparently. And we've been doing this for a long time. I think in the last call, we talked about some of our clients who use this data, how we've been mentioned in the press in the past. So it's pretty well established.
Well, this is kind of a logistics question, but I know it's going to make a lot of people happy. Again, this looks like it's from Leonard Brown. He asked, are we going to have to keep using this captcha thing every time we come in? And sometimes I got to do it twice. Can you address that? I think you got some good news for everybody.
Yeah, we are changing that. Now, the reason we're doing that is for security. Some people have had IP bans on theirs. Obviously, we're collecting personal data in that back office. You're signing up with your personal information. We want to keep that secure. So anytime we see a weird anomaly, we'll basically ban that IP. And we also want to confirm that it's not a bot. And generally, bots aren't as good as doing sequential numbers, but we're changing that. We're putting in reCAPTCHA, which is a product by Google, which will basically look at a whole host of different code in your phone or on your computer to make sure you are who you say you are. So that's going live in the next few weeks.
As far as what contact information we're going to have available, had some people ask, will I get information about my entire team? And basically, your privacy is very important to us. So even as a company, Tapestry, your data is not going to be given to people, 1 or 2 tiers above you. The only data you're going to receive is your personally enrolled affiliates. That's the contact information you'll be given, your personally enrolled affiliates. Even your consumers, you won't have their personal data. We don't want our affiliates pitching the business to users. There's going to be probably 80% of people are just users out there. So Walter, you want to address that a little bit?
Yeah, that's a good point. It comes up a lot, and there's sometimes when you're talking about like you should use this app, and I get paid for it, you should too. Maybe they think that they're going to get access to your data or vice versa. So we're not sharing data with any affiliate, any user. You're not going to see your user's data. No one's going to see your data. That's not our business model. Once the data comes into our system, we further encrypt it. It's completely anonymized. It's not Chuck or Walter or Danny. It's a random dot in Naperville, Chicago, or South Dakota, or wherever they're at in the world, that's going into a point of interest for monetization. Although we state, and we say this a lot, that your data is valuable, we should monetize it. We don't want that to get mixed up that, you shouldn't take privacy seriously. It is very, very serious. It's something we take quite serious as well.
Well, I want to tell people, there's a lot of information out there, and we just did a webinar Monday night. The last 2 Monday nights, Danny and Walter have done a deep dive into the product. Again, go to the Facebook group. If you're having trouble getting accepted in the Facebook group, it simply means you're not answering the 3 questions. If you answer those 3 questions, we automatically approve you. So we want you in the Facebook group. You will be seeing a lot of the information that's currently in the Facebook group available in the back office. That's coming soon. But for the time being, that information is fresh and available in the Facebook group. So in your back office, there's a link to join the Facebook group. Simply answer the 3 questions, you get approved, and you'll have access to these recordings. The Monday night calls the last 2 weeks have been phenomenal. Danny and Walter have, like I said, really deep dived into the product. You can understand it. The recording we just did today will be available. So there's a lot of information, a lot of tools. Haval, our first global affiliate, has donated a lot of great products, promotional products that you can use. So Haval, thank you for all you're doing. But Danny, unless there's any last question you want to address, or Walter, I think we're going to call that a wrap.
I think that's it. I appreciate your time and thank you for your patience. We're excited to get this app in your hands as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Yes,
and if you had questions that weren't addressed, it's simply because most of them have already been answered. So be sure to check in the guides, because like the last video that Walter and I did with the app demo, it's about a 15-minute long app demo with a 25-minute Q&A after. And it has some excellent questions that you guys have asked today that we dive into and answer completely.
Yeah.
Got one last question I'm going to answer. It says, how would you sum up the affiliate opportunity in 1 to 2 sentences? Basically, what I tell people, 1 to 2 sentences. If I'm in an elevator, I just got 2 sentences. Basically this: I've discovered a really cool app that pays people that just simply allow anonymous location data. And by sharing it, I can make some decent money. Are you interested in making an extra $100, $200 a month? I keep it that simple, and then I show them the tools. There's a 1-minute video. Let the tools do the work. All you should be doing is getting people interested and let the tools do the work. Those tools are currently available in our Facebook group. So with that, God bless you. Danny, are you doing another training Monday night?
Yes, of course we are.
I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I'm glad to hear that. Folks, if you have not been joining Danny on Monday nights, last 2 weeks she's had Walter, but before that she's had phenomenal speakers. I remember one, Mike Sharbo was on it. He was awesome. Stephanie was on it one night. You don't want to miss the Monday night training. Literally, Michael Langto was on there. Just tell you, phenomenal training. So Monday nights, and then every Friday at this time, we'll be here to give you a presentation. And who knows, won't be long. We'll have a live app to show you. God bless y'all. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Happy Friday, guys. Thank you.